How to complete the week 4 Ascendant challenge. It's in the northern part of the Dreaming City, so head there and you'll have this bridge which pretty much ends in a building. That's the building you want to go into. In that building you just follow basically the main path. You can't really diverge from it, so follow the path that I'm doing right now. I'll speed up this footage. You can basically ignore all the enemies you encounter, except for maybe in the final room, because you're gonna have to do a little jumping puzzle, and it may be a bit easier for you to not get shot at while you try to do the jumping puzzle. This room is also the place where you should drink your tincture of queen foil, and you'll see a giant portal appear above the statue in the end. So that's where we're headed. So move to the end of the room and you'll see this giant black portal. And a lot of black balls hovering around the portal, which you can use to jump onto in this order to make it to the portal. So it may get some used to, but it's doable. So hop onto the first ball, and then to your right is the second black ball, but you can actually bounce off the floating debris and it'll bounce you back onto the second black ball. Then curve around the statue to the third, and then behind you is the fourth. So pretty easy, but maybe get some used to. After that you can just easily jump into the portal, which will obviously teleport you to a different dimension, and you have this floating light which will guide you the way. But you have to make your way to the center of this stage, which is the glowing building. The layout of this stage will change every time you enter, so depending on your layout, you'll have to do some different jumping, but you have all the time in the world, so take it easy. Once you make it to the center, you'll see a relic glowing in the middle with 3 Ascendant knights kneeled next to it. You'll have to kill those eventually, but they're immune for now until you kill every single mob that's present now. So start killing. That's basically it. I'll speed up this footage as well. Once you killed the last mob, the trap will despawn, and you can pick up this relic, this sword, and once you do, one of the knights will awaken and start to be not immune to damage. Well, that said, only not immune to damage from damage of the sword. So if you're doing this with a team, all the other guys can focus on the mobs, but you with the sword have to kill the knight. Once you kill that one, the other two will wake up, and again you have to kill them with the sword. If you use the smash attack, the right click, you can even stun lock both of them at the same time. Not doing that here, but you can do that. Especially if you have a team which will work on the ads at the same time, it gets a bit easier. But solo it is sort of doable, but definitely a lot easier with a team. So you head on to the middle again, which is the floating light, which will show you the way to the exit. Pretty straightforward, but do remember to bring the sword, because you're gonna have to bring the sword in order for the final chest to spawn. Then in the end, or in the distance, you see this glowing portal, which is obviously the way out. You're gonna have to make your way there, which is another jumping puzzle. There will be some ads shooting at you, so you may want to snipe them first. And the floating rocks will despawn if you stay on them too long. At least some of them will. You do have all the time in the world, so take your time. That's pretty much the best tip I can give you here. And again, this layout will change. Some layouts will even have those floating giant rocks that will knock you off every now and then, so you have to be careful of that as well. And sometimes the way to the exit is actually made out of really small blocks, as I have in this case. So the small blocks, at first I thought that couldn't be the way, but obviously it is the way. So small blocks are a valid option as well. So bring the sword. It's nice, you can do this in the third person then, and you have this little smash attack in the air, which will give you a little bit more reach when jumping. But once you hit the final island with the sword, the chest will spawn, and if you loot it, you basically completed this week's challenge. You can also make your way up to the portal to actually exit this level. You don't have to, I think, but you can do that. Climbing the crystal, which I'm doing now, isn't the best way to do that, because it's really slippery. You can more easily hop onto the rock formation behind the crystal and then jump through the portal, which I decided to do here because I actually got stuck in the crystal. So ignore the crystal if you can. just hop onto this rock, turn around, and jump into the portal. And that's it for this week. So good luck with finishing this, and see you next time.